ora, Leo. Thanks for joining me. This is your reading for the full moon in Taurus, this full moon lunar eclipse, actually, in Taurus. So we're nearing the end of that Taurian Scorpionic eclipse journey, which has gone on for a while. And remember, these readings are very general readings. And so take what resonates, just leave what doesn't. And we're getting some cards out. We always go through and clarify if you haven't watched before, and if you have, thanks for tuning in again. If you haven't, we do go through and clarify and pull some more cards from a couple of other decks at the end. And also thanks so much for all your likes and all of that. It just really helps to keep or it allows the channel to be seen by more people in its youthful and burgeoning state. So thanks so much. Okay, Leo, we've got some interesting cards here. We will be clarifying with the Thoth deck, and do check out the collective reading that is up there at the moment. So here we come out with the Three of Wands. This is a wonderful card here. Look, we're on a pathway here. We've been on a journey. I mean, what other word can you describe? We have three wands, one behind us. You can liken that to the ace, a great infusion, like a battery pack, like being charged up with life force, you know, and we give it shape. And as we walk along this path, we are giving it shape. We've got our two wands in front of us. So we know what our resources are. We know there's nothing, and we know what our personal authority is here in our own lives, Leo. So there's nothing in front of us that is going to put us off. Then we have the Five of Cups. We understand disappointment. We understand melancholy. Those times when you know, we had these three spilt cups, right? And we understand how we can actually shift our own energy by turning around and recognizing and focusing on the two full cups. We understand perspective as being incredibly important in our own self-care and our own aspects of being self-responsible emotionally, all of that sort of stuff. So we understand how we can shift that. We then have the Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Discs. This is a person, very independent, self-made, resources surround them. The metaphor, the garden of the soul, full of what is of value to you. What is of value to you surrounds you in this card. There's an independence here that, you know, that the other aspect to that is that possibly there's a question that, is there any loneliness within this? Is there an aspect of loneliness? I'm not suggesting there is. It's just part of that card. So we see, you know, you're driven on this journey, Leo. You know how to shift your own energy here. You also understand the lessons of life, you know, disappointment, all that sort of stuff. And that importance of having the things around you that you really truly value. I think you're at a point, for some Leos out there, as I said, these are very general readings, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. For some Leos out there, you're at a point where you're deciding how you go about sharing some of these things that you value, whether they're external or whether they're within yourself, your individual qualities. analysing possibly within yourself how you go about sharing them, like being part of something bigger. I do get this, and I'll show you why. Being part of something bigger, but also being able to be of service to others because of the lessons that you have learnt, Leo. I say this because we've got next the Five of Swords, which can be a card of sort of letting ourselves down, sometimes taking credit where it wasn't due. We've all done this. We've all experienced those sorts of things. And so I think you're questioning, you're looking at maybe, I'm not suggesting that Leos are egocentric or that they only think about themselves. I don't believe that. I don't think that at all. But I think for some Leos out there, you're asking yourself these particular questions about how you can be fulfilling something within yourself by being of service to others. We've got the Queen of Discs coming in. And the Queen of Discs and this Nine of Discs are very much connected. As I said before, the Nine of Discs, there's an element of loneliness within that card. And there's a definite feeling of a Leo wanting to be of service to others. So let's just go through, and if that's what it is, but you know what I mean, like to share themselves more, to share their resources with others. You're moving towards that in terms of however that plays out in your life, Leo. So let's look at this Three of Wands, and this could be quite a new thing for you, for someone. On this journey thus far, we have had many insights. We've got the Tower here because you're wanting to build a new, like seeing it as a new cycle. You're wanting to build something new. So in the process of moving along this pathway, you are letting a few things go along the way. And you're really, as I said, you're thinking about how you can change. Maybe this could be quite specific for someone out there today. Change your, not behaviours, but just change the way that you have done things in the past. You want to change it. So we get that beautiful Tower. It's not a scary card. It's a card that tells us that there are some things that need to be let go of in order to be rebuilt, reconfigured, and rejigged. Let's look at this Five of Cups for Leo. Five of Cups for Leo. This ability that you've learnt along the way, amongst many other things, Leo, this ability is taking you to a much better place psychologically because you've understood your own needs. You've listened to that voice. You know what I'm saying. So we get that Six of Swords, which is a beautiful card. It can mean travel in a literal sense, but I do see it as a calmer place psychologically, which comes from, resolutions and personal insights. Works are in motion and you're moving very quickly, and something's driving this. It's not only your life experience, what you've chosen to embark upon. Like you're really fired up, Leo, about this. And there's something very cleansing about this fire. We've got the Chariot moving out of the unformed, what is seas of Binah. As he moves or she moves, this Chariot creates. And they do that on one aspect by just being in complete balance. That's how they move. Somewhere in here you've understood many things. And with that we're spurred on by this Ace of Wands, this gorgeous ace. This life force in its purest form. What is this Five of Swords? Which I just sort of hear it's like a monkey, or it was a monkey on your back. Dispersive, disruptive, whatever it was for you, whether it was a behaviour or just a mindset. Disruptive is what I get, dispersive. Yes, we get the Prince of Swords. I love the Prince of Swords because, you know, they're just getting carried along, taken in all directions. There's no focus. There's a lot of outside confusion. There's a lot of movement. And these little, what are described as fairies in this particular Thoth deck, Lady Frida Harris describes them as fairies and thought forms. Thought forms taking us on a merry dance. This Five of Swords, what was in your life or has been understood within yourself was a very unfocused energy. It's like a shift, like quite a major shift has happened all at once. Has happened all at once for you, Leo. But it's had a lifetime of experiences behind it. It's really interesting. So here we see that Prince appearing yet again to clarify that Five of Swords. A change in behaviours and attitudes towards yourself. Got so many cards coming out. Right. Let's just get one more. Oh, for the Queen. The Queen. The Queen. I will when I've spoken of these. These just popped out with that Prince afterwards when we're talking about the Five of Swords. The Eight of Cups, a wonderful level of emotional detachment, which gives us objectivity, which gives us a level of balance, which gives us justice. The Libran card, balance. What did I say about this? Works in progress, in motion, fast. We need to be balanced. That is what is happening because you've overcome what were behaviours or experiences, attitudes. You've overcome them. You've turned it around. We then look at this Queen of Pentacles, a benevolent queen. And indeed she is. Speaking of wanting to connect with others, of being within groups, of creating things with others, doing things in a different way, Leo, being of service. We have the Three of Cups. This is only going to, or is bringing, a lot of abundance, a lot of joy, a lot of happiness to you. But it did not come easily. But this is beautiful. It's your own personal growth. It is your personal evolution. Leo. Let's get a Brian Froud Pixie and Fairy for you. And by golly, Leo, you're making the most of it and enjoying it. This is Mikala Muckle, childlike play. You've discovered the sun's shining again in your life. You've turned it around. This is about childlike play and not forgetting how important that is to remember to take time out for that in our lives, Leo. Now you can enjoy that again. I don't know what happened in the past, but you've overcome many things. Okay, so, and you've shifted your own energy. You are your own magician, in theory. Aquamarine from the Rock, Mineral and Crystal deck. We've got aquamarine, water healing, compassion, speaking your truth, and compromise, Leo. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. Do check out, if I didn't say it before, because I do forget what I'm saying sometimes, do check out your ascendant moon, Venus and Jupiter at this time, as well as the collective reading. Leo, take good care. Have a wonderful full moon. I think things will get easier as we move towards the end of November. So on that note, ka kite and take good care, Leo. Cherry.